Good morning, students. Today we are discussing about the relationship between continuity and differentiability. In last class, already we discussed definition of differentiability, right hand derivative, left hand derivative, and some application. Here, relationship between continuity and differentiability. What is a continuous function? A function f of x is said to be continuous at x is equal to a if limit x tends to a, f of x is equal to f of a. That is, limiting value is equal to functional value or value of the function at indicator point, that is x is equal to a. And what is the differentiability? A function f of x is said to be differentiable at x is equal to a if limit x tends to a, fx minus fa divided by x minus a exists finitely, and it is denoted by f dash a. It is denoted by f dash a. So here a function means relationship between कौन देखे हमें continuity and कौन देखे हमें differentiability. अच्छा, तो a function f of x, a function, sorry, there is a theorem, every differentiable function, differentiable function is continuous, but the converse may or may not be true. कौन कहुची? Every differentiable function is continuous, but the converse may or may not be true. Proof. Suppose f of x is differentiable at x is equal to a. So this implies f dash a is equal to limit x tends to a, fx minus fa divided by x minus a. This is exist finitely. Exist what? Finitely. This is f dash a. We need to show that f of x is continuous at x is equal to a. That is, limit x tends to a, fx is equal to what? F of a. As f of x is what? Differentiable at x is equal to a. At x is equal to a. Now limit x tends to a, fx minus fa is equal to limit x tends to a, fx minus fa divided by x minus a into x minus a means multiplying x minus a and dividing x minus a, both numerator and denominator. This is equal to limit x tends to a fx minus fa divided by x minus a into limit x tends to a x minus a. We have now limit x tends to fx minus fa is equal to limit x tends to a fx minus fa divided by x minus a into x minus a is equal to limit x tends to a fx minus fa divided by x minus a into limit x tends to a x minus a. But this is called f dash a. This is f dash a into put here x is equal to a minus a, so is equal to f dash a into 0 is equal to 0. Therefore limit x tends to a fx minus fa is equal to 0. So implies limit x tends to a fx minus limit x tends to a f of a is equal to 0 implies limit x tends to a is equal limit x tends to a fx is equal to limit x tends to a f of a. So implies limit x tends to a fx is equal to fa because fa is constant. Therefore f of x is continuous. Therefore f of x is continuous at x is equal to a because limit x tends to a fx is equal to what? Fa. Therefore fx is continuous at x is equal to a. For converse part we will take or we shall take an example. We shall take an example. Test the continuity and differentiability of the function f of x is equal to mod of x at x is equal to 0. Test the continuity and differentiability of the function fx is equal to mod x at x is equal to 0. At x is equal to 0. Solution given f of x is equal to what? Mod x. At x is equal to 0. So this is called indicator point. Means x is equal to 0. We have to test. Therefore f of 0 is equal to mod of 0 is equal to what? 0. Also f of 0 minus h is equal to 0 minus h mod. is equal to minus h ର mod is equal to what? Plus h. Plus h. Next, f of 0 plus h is equal to 0 plus h ର mod is equal to h ର mod is equal to h. Test for continuity at x is equal to 0. First, value of the function at x is equal to 0 is f of 0. F of 0 is what? 0 mod is equal to what? 0. This is the value of the function. Next, to find LHL at x is equal to 0. So first, write the step. Step 1, write limit x tends to a minus means 0 minus fx is equal to limit x tends to 0 minus what is fx? Fx is mod x. Fx is mod x. Put x जरे कौन पकेवा 0 minus h. Put x is equal to 0 minus h and replace x tends to 0 minus as h tends to 0. Replace x tends to 0 minus as h tends to 0. So this is equal to limit h tends to 0. x जगह 0 minus h पुट करो 0 minus h ର mod is equal to limit h tends to 0. 0 minus h ର mod टा कौन h. 0 minus h ର mod टा plus h is equal to h जगह 0 पुट करो तो 0. So this is LHL. Next, to find RHL. Next, to find RHL. 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 RHL at x is equal to 0. Write limit x tends to 0 plus a plus fx is equal to limit x tends to 0 plus what is fx? Fx is mod x. Fx is mod x. Put x is equal to 0 plus h and x जगह 0 plus h put करिवो and replace x tends to 0 plus as h tends to what? 0. So this is equal to limit replace करो x tends to 0 plus को replace करो h tends to 0. h tends to 0. तो put 0 plus h ର mod is equal to limit h tends to 0. 0 plus h ର mod is h. So is equal to this also 0. Put h is equal to 0. Because if you put h equal to 0, it is not in 0 by 0 form or infinite by infinite form or any indeterminate form. Therefore, put h is equal to 0. Therefore, limit x tends to 0 minus fx is equal to limit x tends to 0 plus fx is equal to f of 0 is equal to 0. Hence, f of x is continuous continuous at x is equal to 0. F of x is continuous at x is equal to 0. Now function is continuous. Now test for differentiability at x is equal to 0. Test for differentiability at x is equal to 0. Function is continuous हो गला. बर्तमान कौन टेस्ट करिबा डिफरेंशिएबिलिटी एट एक्स इज इक्वल टू 0. टेस्ट फॉर डिफरेंशिएबिलिटी एट एक्स इज इक्वल टू 0. एट एक्स इज इक्वल टू 0. दिस इज रिक्वायर फॉर नेक्स्ट. This is required for test for differentiability. These are required for test for differentiability. So differentiability means what? Now we need to find left hand derivative and right hand derivative. Left hand derivative and right hand derivative. So LHD at x is equal to 0. So this is f dash 0 minus LHD at x is equal to a means f dash a minus f dash 0 minus is equal to what? Now limit h tends to 0 f of a minus h. A means 0. A minus h minus f of a. F of a divided by minus h. So is equal to limit h tends to 0. What is f of 0 minus h? F of 0 minus h is h minus f of 0. F of 0 is 0. F of 0 is 0 divided by minus h. So is equal to limit h tends to 0 h by minus h. H cancel is equal to limit h tends to 0. This is minus 1. So limit of constant is what? Constant. Therefore f dash 0 minus is equal to minus 1. This is LHD. LHD at x is equal to 0. Next to find what? RHD. Next to find what? RHD at x is equal to 0. Next to find RHD at x is equal to 0. RHD at x is equal to 0. RHD means f dash a plus. A means here 0. So 0 plus. What is the formula? Formula is limit x tends to 0. Sorry, limit h tends to 0. H tends to 0. F of a plus h. A means 0. 0 plus h minus f of a. A means 0 divided by plus h is equal to limit h tends to 0. F of 0 plus h. F of 0 plus h is what? H minus f of 0 is what? 0 divided by plus h. So is equal to limit h tends to 0 h by h is equal to limit h tends to 0 h cancel 1. The limit of constant 1. Limit of constant is constant. Therefore f dash 0 plus is 1. Both left hand limit exist, right hand limit exist, but not equal. Left hand limit exist, right hand limit exist, but not equal. As f dash 0 minus not is equal to f dash 0 plus. So f of x is non-differentiable at x is equal to 0. F of x is non-differentiable at x is equal to 0. Mind it. f of x is non-differentiable at x equal 0 because left hand derivative and right hand derivative both are exist but not equal, so function is non-differentiable at x is equal to 0. But already we check the function is continuous at x equal to 0. Hence every differentiable function is continuous, but a continuous function may or may not be differentiable. A continuous function may or may not be differentiable. देखि पारछ सब जाक differentiable function is continuous, but a continuous function may or may not be differentiable. So this is the relationship between continuity and differentiability. Continuity and differentiability. Continuity and differentiability. Therefore, every differential function is what? Continuous. But a continuous function may or may not be differentiable. Next question. Test the continuity and differentiability. Test the continuity and differentiability of the function. Test the continuity and differentiability of the function f of x is equal to x sin 1 by x comma x naught is equal to 0 and 0 comma x is equal to 0 at x is equal to 0. Solution. First, test the continuity. Before writing continuity, given f of x is equal to x sin 1 by x comma x naught is equal to 0 and f of 0 is equal to what? 0. This is a value of function. F of 0. So first test the continuity. At x is equal to 0. Limiting value is equal to limit x tends to 0 fx is equal to limit x tends to 0. What is fx? Fx is sin 1 by x. In this case, not required to find LHL and RHL because this function does not contain mode function or greatest integer or exponential or less or greater. Hence, we direct find limiting value. So, is equal to limit x tends to 0 x into limit x tends to 0 sin 1 by x is equal to 0 into sin 1 by 0 is equal to 0 into sin infinity is equal to 0 into the value oscillates between -1 to +1. Sin infinity is not a particular value. The value lies between -1 to +1 means to and fro motion. So -1 to +1. The value lies between -1 to +1 is equal to what? This is equal to 0. This is equal to what? 0. 0 and something is equal to what? 0. So limiting value is equal to 0 and value of the function is equal to 0. As therefore limit x tends to 0, x sin 1 by x is equal to f of 0 is equal to what? 0. So f of x is continuous at x is equal to what? 0. F of x is continuous at x is equal to 0. Now test for differentiability. Test for differentiability. Differentiability at x is equal to 0. So first LHD at x is equal to 0. LHD means f dash 0 minus a minus f dash a minus a means here 0 f dash a minus. What is the formula? Now limit h tends to 0 f of a minus h, that is 0 minus h, minus f of a means 0 divided by minus h. So is equal to limit h tends to 0. What is f of x? F of x is x sin 1 by x when x not is equal to 0. So 0 minus means x not is equal to 0. Put x is equal to 0 minus h. x जगह रे 0 minus h put करो. Sin 1 by 0 minus h minus f of 0. f of 0 is 0 given. Divided by minus h. Divided by minus h. So is equal to limit h tends to 0. तो माइनस एच को माइनस एच कैंसिल, तो साइन 1 minus 1 by h is equal to minus limit h tends to 0 sin 1 by h. Sin of minus theta is equal to minus sin theta. Sin of minus theta is equal to what? Minus sin theta. So therefore sin of minus 1 by h is equal to minus sin 1 by h. Minus sin 1 by h. So is equal to minus sin 1 by 0 is equal to minus sin infinity minus the value lies between minus 1 to what? Plus 1. Since it is not a particular value, hence LHL does not exist at x is equal to 0. Limit exist means limit always converges to single point. Limit exist means limit always converges to single point. So here the value lies in minus 1 to plus 1 means in between minus 1 to plus 1 infinitely many points are there. Hence limit diverges. Therefore limit does not exist. Limit does not exist at x is equal to LHL does not exist at x is equal to 0. Therefore no need to find RHD. Therefore no need to find RHD at x is equal to 0. Hence f of x is non-differentiable at x is equal to 0 but continuous at x is equal to 0. At x is equal to 0. Next question. Next question, again test the continuity and differentiability of the function. Again test the continuity and differentiability of the function. Test the continuity and differentiability of the function f of x is equal to 1 minus e to the power minus x by x, comma x naught is equal to 0 and 1 comma x is equal to 0 at x is equal to 0. At x is equal to 0. Very important question. F of x is equal to 1 minus e to the power minus x by x, comma x naught is equal to 0 and 1 when x is equal to 0 at x is equal to 0. Test the continuity and differentiability of the function f of x. Continuity check करिबा आ कोन चेक करिबा differentiability check करिबा. Mind it, every differential function is continuous, but a continuous function may or may not be differentiable. ता अर्थ सब जगह differential function continuous, कि सब continuous function differential हो पारे न हो पारे. तो mind it, first हम जो टेस्ट करिया differentiability, यदि differentiable हो गला तो continuity चेक करिया दरकार नहीं. तो simply write since the function is differentiable so it is continuous. जदि differential, if the function is not differentiable, जदि function टा differential न हला तो सेठी कौन करिया पड़े चेक करिया पड़े continuity at x is equal to a. जदि फंक्शन टा डिफरेंशिएबल न हला तो तुम कौन चेक करिवो कंटिन्यूटी चेक करिवो. ये ला गोटे केस मीन स्टार्टिंग कला डिफरेंशिएबिलिटी हो गल तो भल कथा. डिफरेंशियल हो गला मीन्स इट इज कंटिन्यूअस, नो नीड टू चेक द कंटिन्यूटी ऑफ द फंक्शन. इफ द फंक्शन इज नॉन डिफरेंशिएबल नेक्स्ट टू चेक वेदर इट इज कंटिन्यूअस और नॉट. ये ला वन टाइप. अनदर टाइप सपोज स्टार्टिंग कला कंटिन्यूअस, टेस्ट द कंटिन्यूटी फास्ट चेक कर कंटिन्यूअस. जदि फंक्शन टा कंटिन्यूअस हो गला तो चेक करिया पड़ियो कौन डिफरेंशिएबिलिटी चेक करिया पड़ियो. अच्छा जदि फंक्शन टा कंटिन्यूअस न हला, इफ द फंक्शन इज नॉट कंटिन्यूअस देन द फंक्शन इज आल्सो नॉट डिफरेंशिएबल एट द गिवन पॉइंट. जदि फंक्शन टा कंटिन्यूअस नुहे तो फंक्शन टा डिफरेंशिएबल मध्य हेबनी. तो सपोज जेहेतु हम फास्ट कंटिन्यूटी पढ़ले, कंटिन्यूटी को 9 क्लास नहीं जाओ, डिफरेंशिएबिलिटी को 10th क्लास नहीं जाओ. कंटिन्यूटी कौन 9 क्लास, डिफरेंशिएबिलिटी कौन 10th क्लास. तो जे 10th पास करिछि से 9th पास करिछि. तार्थ इफ द फंक्शन इज डिफरेंशिएबल सो इट इज कंटिन्यूअस. नेक्स्ट जे 9th फेल करिछि तो से 10th फेल. 9th फेल मीन्स 10th फेल. तो इफ द फंक्शन इज डिसकंटिन्यूअस सो इट इज नॉन डिफरेंशिएबल. अच्छा सपोज जन 9th पास कर देछि तो अर्थ फंक्शन इज कंटिन्यूअस. तो सेठी हमको अगेन चेक करिया पड़िवो से 10th पास करिछि ना नहीं. तो अर्थ अगेन एग्जाम दवा पड़िवो तो सेठी हम चेक करिया पड़िवो कोन डिफरेंशिएबिलिटी. तो एडी कंटिन्यूअस हेले मध्ये चेक कराबा डिफरेंशिएबिलिटी. मन रहला. तो फर्स्ट सॉल्यूशन गिवन value of the function at x is equal to 0, that is f of 0 is equal to what? 0. f of x टा कौन अच्छी 1 minus e to the power minus x by x when x naught is equal to 0. When x naught is equal to 0, this is given. तो first test the differentiability of the function f of x. First test the differentiability of the function f of x at x is equal to 0. Test the differentiability at x is equal to 0. f of 0 is equal to 0 given. f of 0 minus h, f of 0 minus h means x naught is equal to 0. तो x is slightly less than 0. तो 1 minus e to power minus of 0 minus h divided by 0 minus h. कौन कली मु x का जगह रे 0 minus h पुट कली x जगह रे. तो दिस इज 1 minus e to power plus h divided by minus h is equal to e to power h minus 1 by h. Next, f of 0 plus h is equal to 1 minus e to power minus of 0 plus h by 0 plus h is equal to 1 minus e to power minus h by h is equal to e to power minus h minus 1 by minus h. तो LHD at x is equal to 0. LHD at x is equal to what? 0. तो f dash 0 minus is equal to what is the formula? Limit h tends to 0. f of a minus h, that is 0 minus h, minus f of 0 divided by minus h is equal to limit h tends to 0. f of 0 minus h is what? f of 0 minus h is e to power h minus 1 divided by h minus f of 0. f of 0 is what? 0 divided by minus h is equal to limit h tends to 0 e to power h, sorry, f of 0 is 1 given, sorry, f of 0 is, this is 1 given, f of 0 is 1 given, this is given, f of 0 is 1, so this is 1. So e to power h minus 1 minus h divided by minus h square minus h square minus h square. तो इज इक्वल टू लिमिट h टेंस टू 0 e to power h minus 1 minus h divided by minus h square. This is 0 by 0 form. Put h is equal to 0, it becomes 1. E to power 0 means 1. 1 minus 1, 0 minus 0 divided by 0. So 0 by 0 is an indeterminate form. Hence we cannot put h is equal to 0. So we cannot put h is equal to 0. Also there is no formula e to power h minus 1 minus h by h square. But there is a formula limit h tends to 0 e to power h minus 1 by h is equal to 1. This is a formula, but it is, in this case there is no formula. So in this case we use the series of e to power x. So e to power x means what? 1 plus x plus x square by 2 factorial plus s cube by 3 factorial plus up to infinity. This is the series of e to power x. So put here e to power h. So this is limit h tends to 0. What is e to power h? h means x जगह h put कर दियो. तो 1 plus h square by 2 factorial plus h cube by 3 factorial up to infinity minus 1 minus h divided by minus h square. तो 1 cancel, h cancel, तो cancel the common term. So this is equal to limit h tends to 0. This is h square by 2 factorial plus h cube by 3 factorial plus up to infinity divided by minus h square. 1 को 1 cancel, h को h cancel. Now there is a common h square from numerator. So this is equal to limit h tends to 0. H square is a common from numerator. 1 by 2 factorial plus h by 3 factorial plus h square by 4 factorial up to infinity divided by minus h square. तो h square को h square cancel out. Next, तो is equal to limit h tends to 0 1 by 2 factorial plus h by 3 factorial plus h square by 4 factorial up to infinity whole divided by minus 1. Now put h is equal to 0. Now put h is equal to 0. Put h is equal to 0. Put h is equal to 0. We get f dash 0 minus is equal to 1 by 2 factorial plus 0 up to infinity divided by minus 1 is equal to minus 1 by 2. Since 2 factorial is equal to 2, 3 factorial means 2, 1 into 2 into 3, 1 into 2 into 3. So therefore f dash 0 minus is equal to minus half. This is LHD at x is equal to 0. Next to find RHD at x is equal to 0. Next to find what? RHD. RHD at x is equal to 0. RHD at x is equal to 0. Next to find RHD. RHD at x is equal to 0. So f dash 0 plus. What is the formula? Now limit h tends to 0. H tends to 0. F of 0 plus h minus f of 0 divided by plus h is equal to limit h tends to 0. What is f of 0 plus h? F of 0 plus h is e to power minus h minus 1 divided by minus h. Minus f of 0 is 1 divided by h is equal to limit h tends to 0 e to power minus h minus 1 plus h divided by minus h square. Minus what? H square. So here also put e to power minus x means 1 minus x plus x square by 2 factorial minus s cube by 3 factorial and so on in infinity. This is also 0 by 0 form. If you put h equal 0, it becomes 0 by 0 form. So this is equal to limit h tends to 0. Put e to power minus h means 1 minus h plus h square by 2 factorial minus h cube by 3 factorial up to infinity minus 1 plus h minus 1 plus h divided by minus h square minus h square. तो प्लस 1 को माइनस 1 कैंसिल माइनस h को प्लस h कैंसिल. तो इज इक्वल टू लिमिट h टेंड्स टू 0 1 1 कैंसिल माइनस h प्लस h कैंसिल. तो h स्क्वायर बाई 2 फैक्टोरियल प्लस h क्यूब बाई माइनस माइनस h क्यूब बाई 3 फैक्टोरियल प्लस h फोर्थ बाई 4 फैक्टोरियल माइनस अप टू इन्फिनिटी डिवाइडेड बाई माइनस h स्क्वायर. नाउ h स्क्वायर इज ए कॉमन फ्रॉम न्यूमरेटर. नाउ h स्क्वायर इज ए कॉमन फ्रॉम द न्यूमरेटर. h square. Now h square is a common from numerator. We get this is equal to limit h tends to 0, h square is a common, so this is 1 by 2 factorial minus h by 3 factorial plus h square by 4 factorial up to infinity divided by minus h square. तो h square cancel out, तो is equal to limit h tends to 0, 1 by 2 factorial minus h by 3 factorial plus h square by 4 factorial minus up to infinity divided by minus 1. तो put h is equal to 0, put h is equal to 0, put h is equal to 0, we get this is equal to 1 by 2 factorial minus 0 plus 0 infinity divided by minus 1 is equal to minus 1. Therefore, f dash 0 plus is equal to what? Sorry, minus half. Minus half. F dash 0 plus is what? Minus half. Also, f dash 0 minus is what? Minus half. Therefore, LHD is equal to RHD is equal to minus half. So, f of x is differentiable. F of x is differentiable at x is equal to 0. F of x is differentiable at x is equal to 0. As fx is differentiable, as fx is differentiable at x is equal to 0, so fx is continuous at x is equal to 0 because every differentiable function is continuous. Every differentiable function is continuous, so the given function also continuous. Therefore no need to test the continuity of a function. as जेहेतु function टा differentiable, so it is continuous. है तो write down this note.